Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to Timberborn. I'm Lavender Mama, and this is the Lavender Tower. Now, this truly unique map, I think, is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for us. How do you think we can do? Well, let's jump in. Okay, so last time in our very, very long episode, which I thought was going to be the final, but then I forgot about the most important things. The Earth Repopulator. We need this. We need to finish this map. And we can't unless we set off the Earth Repopulator at least once. And while we got all of our bad tide up here diverted, which is awesome, it means that we won't have to worry about bad tide spilling down through most of the other seasons now. If we had done that way earlier, we might have been happier, but we didn't really have the two-way system set up yet for that. So I think we're good. I know that we had started, we were going to dynamite this area, and then we realized that we couldn't really due to it running into this. Now, let's just do a double check. Where did we? So that, yeah, all of that is connected to this particular little thing. So we can't take all of that out, but we could sneak down in here. We only have 3 days left and take out some of this. Or we could let's see here, if we do I was thinking that if we did like a platform out across there, we would be able to take out some of that. I think let's come back down here. I want to see. We could conceivably take out this right here. And if we could come out and take out that, that would pull that down to there. This guy, was supposed to have set itself back to 2. But did not. We must have done that after all of that happened. So let's go ahead and let's throw some dynamite right there. I left that thinking that that left us edges that we could work with. I mean, we could conceivably leave that one and then it would have 3 edges to fall off of. I don't know that that matters overly much anymore now, does it? We're going to have to see. You know what? Let's hold off on this because I'm not 100% certain that we are going to need that now. So let's watch for the next bad time. All right. So looking at what we need to do here, we do not have enough science and we do not have enough materials to be getting close to building the thing. Now, the Earth Repopulator. The mine here is taking up a lot of treated planks. We are only running at 1/3 of its efficiency just because we're kind of like, we've got a lot of scrap metal already as it is that we don't really need. And in fact, I'm going to take that down to 4. We don't really need that much more. We do need what we currently have, though, in order to make metal blocks. So we are going to have to turn this guy back on and this guy back on because we only have 400 metal blocks. I also, since we still have it, am going to turn this guy back on. So that'll, oh, no. Yep, we do need that guy. That one was running. Why did you shut it off? I don't know. It's very early in the morning for me on daylight savings time week, so I'm a little bit discombobulated today. All right, so we also have our wood workshops going. Do we have some pine resin, but we don't have a lot of it. I'm wondering if we don't come in here and change this all to pine trees. Let's come down to a visible layer here. I can figure this out. All right, there we go. That's much better. I don't know why they say these are out of water when they're sitting in half a tile of water, but it's been doing that the whole entire time we've played on this map. So, cut trees. Let's unmark all of those. Oh wait, no, we want that one. We're just looking for the pine trees, which is a little difficult to see. I don't know why we have so many pine trees kind of like mixed in here, but we do, and we're going to take advantage of that and see if we can't get a little bit more pine. It's not going to let me do that because there's a log on the ground. Of course there is. There's one more right there. And one more right there. Okay, that looks like all the pine trees. So we're going to let all of those grow up. And if we remember, we'll come back here and we will handle that again. And I'm going to go ahead and, since we have all of these extra warehouses over here, I'm going to go ahead and slate a few more for pine resin. So that hopefully they will bring some more over. Very good, very nice. Let's shut that off because that's really confusing. I also threw in some more of the super large, the extra large industrial pile. So that we can start working on filling up the planks and the metal blocks. And also we're going to need more gears. So we've got treated planks, metal blocks, and more planks that we are going to work on working. We are going to work on working on filling. Oh my gosh, that was so... I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open these two back up. And we've got lots and lots of things. We are probably going to run out of power here. In a moment, once we start getting all of those filled. We don't really have any workers either, because we have that whole little kind of like die off. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to plop down a few more breeding pods, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in as the advanced. Path, please. Thank you. And let's go ahead and let's just throw a cheeky little ladder in right here. I mean, sorry, staircase. All right. The other thing we need to look at is the science. We just have this one. We aren't even running it at the moment because it takes a lot of power. Once we turn this on, we're going to see that our power just suddenly drops because I've turned too many things on. But I think in order to make this go a little bit quicker, we are going to throw in another number cruncher. We'll go ahead and we'll just put him... Oh no. That's going to cause a problem, isn't it? Can we just go boosh? And then make the path go boosh. And then take out this path here. No, I just want the path, please. Very good, very nice. And then let's put in that number cruncher. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and slap some priority here. Let's go ahead and get that done and that done. And let's see here. We already have path running along underneath of there. This is purely for that. So I think that's all right. We do still have a few storehouses under here that aren't holding anything. Do we have anything? Let's go ahead and throw explosives in that one. And what do we want to put in this one? Oh, that one's a little pile. We could throw some logs over here. That might be a good thing to go. What's this one? This one's a regular. Let's log that up too. Okay. And then let's obtain and obtain, and then take that off because it's disorienting. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. We probably could have been going that whole entire time, but hey, whatever. And let's see here. We don't... Okay, those ones are running. Those guys are running. That's running. And let's take that off as well. Most of our 24 jobs are these hauling posts and the builder's hut over here. So I'm not too worried about the jobs themselves. All right, next thing we need to look at is the tribute to ingenuity. It needs 400 gears. We have 300 and some odd. We're getting our gears taken because, oh, number cruncher. That should go up pretty quickly then again because we've got gear workshops working. Our planks are full, so I'm going to take that as our next thing to upgrade there. And our metal blocks are also full, so I'm going to pop priority on one of those. I'm also going to pop priority on one of... Well, that doesn't really matter. We've got tons of storage for the treated planks, but they're going immediately to the mine. So it's making things a little difficult. All right. So the Monument of Ingenuity needs 600 power. Oh, it covers a pretty wide space. I would prefer that space to be up here, though, where it's going to cover the housing. So I'm wondering... Oh, we could run power from over here. I don't really want it to be in the water, but if I built a platform for it, it is a 3x3. So if we look at this, if we need to bring power over from this area here, we've got power from that we could take from right there. If we just connected boosh, then we could do I need to be using these guys? No, not really, but beautiful. Okay, then if I took I can't see, is that one too high? Apparently I can't gauge things very well in Timberborn. All right, so we need a 3x3 platform. If that comes smack dab up the middle of it. And let's kind of make it somewhat pretty. Right? Hold on. Stand by. Let's, under here, let's go ahead and jog this. Right? So that it comes straight out of there. Beautiful. If we didn't have that pipe there, we could have just run it straight across, but hey, it works. We do have a ladder to there. We are gonna need we don't need that one. It's all right. Connect that in there. Wait, what's going on here? Holy cats. What? Why are these not set as most important? Not certain why they weren't set as most important, but hey. If that has been happening the last couple of times, this could have be a problem. That might be why we weren't getting our water filled up if those weren't set as high priority. Oh, goodness. All right, where were we? Let's see here. If we do... Oh, wow, those beavers are quick. Oh, no, we're an idiot. We're an idiot. We just blocked them to getting over here. Okie dokie, Smokey. Let's, let's do that. That was silly. That was very, very silly. Okay, we also are going to need to build a way for them to get up to here. How are we thinking? But I'm going to stall on that until we figure out what it is that we're doing here. No, that's the wrong level. Where did it put that? Because it did not put that where I asked for it. Right there. Okay, so now if I go... Beautiful. Monument of Ingenuity. Boosh. Okay, but we need to get them up here to actually build this stuff. So, I think... Could we... Let's do this quick. If we put a platform, go ahead and do that one, right? If we do that, and then put a ladder right here, so they'll be able to get up there. And get all of that. That should take a mere moments. Then we'll take out this one and we will put in a shorter one and put the Monument of Ingenuity in there. Makes sense. All right, how are we looking on supplies? Metal blocks are holding steady, even though we are using some. All right. Science, we have 6k of the what is it, 20k that we need? Yeah, 20k. We might have to do a little bit of a like resource and science gathering cut so that you don't all have to sit through all of that, considering that we don't have a ton that we are currently working on building. Let's go back to the top up here and see how everything is working. We might want to come over here and block this so that it actually so that we actually like get a pool going on in here. Like if we just came straight across, we'd have to remove that one and then come straight across there and put like some dams in. That would be bi-directional. We'll have to wait and see what that whole thing. I think there's enough coming down from there for these pumps to run, no problem. Because there is like just enough to cover the tips of the pumps. All right, but up here, how is all of this coming? What are we looking? Oh my gosh, we've got 10K in soybeans. That's a lot of soybeans. Food-wise, we're looking at corn being our lowest. Our lowest in storage. So we might want to look at cassava. Why won't it let me click on that? Corn. I think we're gonna switch some of this to be some more corn. Because we're looking at 1,000 soybean right now. We're still not doing the greatest on the, let's see here. Mango fruit is still low. Mushrooms, we're looking at almost everyone having everything except for the mango fruit. The mango fruit are a bit of a problem. But I think it's all right. All right, so I'm thinking we probably want to put our lovely recultivator like in here. So that means we're gonna need to get this wood cleared out. So let's go ahead and wrong button. Unclear this stuff. How big is this thing? Big, I know. Does that carry all the way down the map? It does. Holy cats, that's gonna cover like most of the map. All right, oopsies. Wow, that was making everything super glitchy. Okay, let's extend this path out to here. And let's throw a lumberjack or two over here. We do still have some... Woo! Game! Thank you! We do still have some space for logs over here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just take all of this. The other thing I'm thinking is we're going to need materials here. So we probably want to build some warehouses here. It's not going to flood here because of the things. Yes, the things. Those things. All right, so this guy needs gears, treated planks, and metal. So if we go ahead, and they require a lot of them. Treated planks and metal. And then if we do that guy, we're going to say it's gears. This one's going to be treated planks. And this one is going to be metal. We set them all up. Too far from district. Oh, that's not actually connected, is it? Alrighty then. Okay. We'll get them to build that. And then we will make priority a little bit higher. Have this dude come out here and start. Alright, we're up to 36 empty jobs. Oh my. Oh my. They've all prioritized, I believe so. No. Oopsies. Back up. I forgot that we got this done. All right, so let's go ahead and take that out. I know, kind of seems like a waste of time, but it let us build that fairly quickly. Now we need a, what is it, a 3 or a 4? Three should do it. And then we can put our monument back in. Boosh. Which is connected to the power system. You can see by its blue glow. Blue glow of all of its assorted things. Let's get ourselves to a little bit easier to look at level. Power system is complete here. Oh, bad tide is incoming. Bad tide incoming. We got 3 days. That is going to tell us whether or not our system works. They're getting this pretty quick. Let's go ahead and extend their path there. Alrighty, and then let's start thinking about this guy. I think I want to put it up on a... Does it have to be on the ground? No, I don't think so. But it's... Oh my gosh, game, stop it. We're starting to get to the max of my system's ability. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I wish I would give you like a size on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could just put it on the ground. It doesn't necessarily need to be up. Oh my gosh, it is so laggy when I'm looking at that. Holy cats. I think because it covers everything in the globe, to show you what it is. It just makes the lag unacceptable. It's not like we're running at the greatest right now as it is because of how much we have going on. So like right now our FPS counter says 34, 33, and 12. If we look away, it gets a lot better, but it's not. It's not great. FPS is not great for me on big maps in my current system. That's part of the reason why I generally play smaller maps, because it makes the FPS better for me. But hey. All right. So let's take a peek over here. We got this swath that is now empty. Let's go ahead and there's the corn. Throw in another batch of corn. This warehouse is filling up nicely. Cassava is not super great. I'm also wondering if we shouldn't do... we only have that one little patch of kohlrabi. Although most of our beavers, which we are up to 106 now, are doing okay with that. Let's take a peek at some of the other stuff. Those two, of course, we're working on. Wow, there's lots of things that we actually didn't do. Oh, we never put in any detailers, so maybe we start working on a few well-being things. Of course, that's going to take up science. Exercise plaza is rather large. This guy is going to need extract. Yes, let's unlock that. And we're going to need to have them bring some extract up then. Ooh, bad kite started. Oh, wait, pause. I want to see. Okay. Wait, what happened? It failed. How did we fail? This one worked. Oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to destroy all of this, aren't I? Oh, no. What happened here? The sluice is closed. Right? All right. Okay. Sluice is open. Sluice is open. I'm missing something. Did we not? put impermeable floors in here? Apparently not. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. Like, how did I do that? This is a problem though, because now we've got contaminated beavers about like crazy. We've got flooded buildings. We are going to go ahead and we're going to pause that guy. We're going to pause that guy. Well, shoot. How did I miss the impermeable floors on that? I'm gonna have to go back and look at the last video and see, did we really, was I stupid enough to put the platforms in but then not put the impermeable floors on there? This is just going to be bad for a while. And I don't know how to fix that. I really don't. It's closed. I'm trying to see how the water is flowing. But it's hard with all of these buildings on top of there. Yeah, that's not good. I really wish that the beavers would stop coming this direction. Beavers unwell. Of course they are, because they keep... Okay, will that mean that we don't have any more beavers coming this way? Hopefully. Hopefully, being the... All right, let's go back down to the bottom. We need to add in some more of the decontamination pots, because we're gonna need it right quick. We're gonna need it right quick. Where are we gonna put these? Do they require power? No, they don't, do they? Oh no, they do require power. That's why we had put them over here. Okay. Let's see here. Oosh. I know this is going to be very much so power killer for the moment, but as soon as we put that back in, then we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and high prioritize this one. Let's actually high prioritize both of those. That will get our power all connected again, because it is not Perfect. Prioritize building by hauler. Prioritize by hauler. Currently, we have 5 unwell beavers. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. This is not cool. I don't really want to just like start adding them willy-nilly all over the place, but considering our current situation, with a lot of unwell beavers coming into play, we can always take these ones over here out. I would like to just get them working. Currently we have 5 unwell beavers. What the heck, game? 5 unwell beavers. Oh, they're working on the contamination barriers underneath. Oh, we're gonna have more unwell beavers because I'm watching them and they just went underneath of there. $42? What happened? 43? That monument must be finished. All right, why are we done with the contamination barriers? Ugh. So laggy. Getting so laggy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Good Lord. That was stupidness. Okay, our contamination is starting to dissipate. Thankfully, the contamination that ran down here ran into this area. Oh no, which I'm looking at probably ran... No, it looks like it ran into there. I don't think we contaminated anything else. We have 5 contaminated beavers and 1 unwell. So hopefully we can get those guys. This is a problem. This is gonna, until we get water back through here, flushing that through. We have also contaminated all of that, which means that, oh, this is started its, why is this not? Oh no, that one is supposed to be open like that. This has started the surge and flood because we've contaminated it partially. All right. Let's see here. Oh my God, game. It's gotten really bad. All right, we can... Both of these cannot run at the moment, but we will leave them. They will come back when they get good. I just won't remember to turn them back on. We could turn... No, our timer is gonna cause that to not work. All right, it's fine because we could have this guy flush it. if we just pull the timer off for right now. But it's okay. All of this, then it can be fine. This would be the time if we want to restructure this field up here to do so. But I think it's okay. All right. So we got our 6 beavers that are going to need to stew in baths for a bit. They are in use. 3. Prioritized by hauler. This is going to use up a chunk of extract for us, though. Just... Oosh. Okay. Let's get those filled up and then they can be used as well. Yeah, so just the 6 then were privy to my stupidity of not remembering to put in the impermeable floors. I don't know where my brain was there. I bet some of you were in the comments screaming that. All right. That is good. Berry-wise, how are we doing? Since we need those for 17K. We're fine. Since we need those for the breeding pods, which we are now like, woohoo. We're at a wazoo lot of beavers all of a sudden. So we might think about turning a few of those off, considering that we got ourselves back up to a better amount of beavers to get things done. So I think I'm going to let's just pause a few of these. They're almost done, but if we needed to, we could turn them back on. That leaves us with 8 of the advanced and 3 of the babies. I'm hoping that that forestalls our population a little bit, because look at this. We are at only 6 beds. We started the episode with 37 empty beds and we only have 6 left. 4 left. 3 left. Suppose I could have just looked right here. It says how many contaminated beavers there are. Okay. Okie dokie smoky. So I'm assuming this has it hits to here, so it misses these houses right here. Man, we should have just moved that over just a little bit. But this is, I mean, they will, most of these have to run this way anyways to get to here or here. And so using any of the 3 two-way stations will get them into that. So I think we're okay there. Detailer. Let's see here. Can we? Maybe we come over here. Trying to see, like, where's the best spot for these that is going to be well used. We kind of need a little bit more space. Maybe if we just do boosh, boosh, and then maybe if we throw in another well-being item right here. All right, detailers, exercise plaza, mud baths, wind tunnel, motivorium. We're up to 14k science. If we're gonna unlock some of these other well-being items, this one needs power. That one needs power. They all need power, except for the exercise plaza. Which, if we turned on our dirt excavator, we could... Boosh. If we just have 2 in there, it's gonna take 4 hours. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at 4. We probably have the beavers. If we filled in this little space right here, we could put it right there. Well-being. We're gonna use up some of our science that we just got. Oh, that was a lot of science. Oops. Oh, wait, that was the wrong thing. Dang it. God. Was this guy? We have 1 contaminated beaver now. Thank goodness. We're up to 44. We didn't set any. Let's do that one because I like the way it looks. Let's do that one. Beautiful. Did they make the one up top? They did. And we are going to... No, let's do that one. Since this is kind of a farming district. We don't have any extract up here, though. We need to get some up here. So let's do one of these, like, little pretty barrels. Actually, no, let's not. Let's do one of these, because we can put it right there. And we can say we want extract. Beautiful. What else can we put up here? What do we have space for? We don't have a rooftop terrace. We actually were holding that spot for a house, weren't we? Oh, this is stupid. I'm moving that. Oh, I'm gonna put it right there. And then we actually could bookend this and put 2 of them in, like, right there. And do one as that, and maybe... Yeah, let's do that. And then let's go ahead and stick another... Ooh, that's really big. Let's stick another one of those in there. Oh, they were able to get a little bit of that planted. I think they're starting to flush that a little. There's still some bad water in there and some bad water in there, which is causing that to be a problem. Okay, then. Let's open this guy back up so that we can finish up this stuff right here. We have 3 more days left in this bad tide, which isn't too bad. Oh, look at our gravity batteries, though. Ooh! We have killed the power. Partially because we're no longer getting any bad water coming down through here to power these wheels during this. How are we looking on extract? Now let's go ahead and pause one of those. How much dirt do we have now? We're going to go ahead and pause that guy as well. Is this engine not on? Prioritize by hauler. This takes up a lot of power as well that now we have to factor in. Are we getting anything in these? Not the platform. That one's full. Treated planks are starting to creep up. All right, so what I think is going to have to happen here is I'm going to have to cut here and let this run so that we can get resources. Ooh. Oh. Leggy game. I'm going to have to let this cut so we can get resources. And start to get some of these materials up here. And I'm just going to let it kind of run in the background while I do some editing work here. And then we will come back when we have the ability to start building once we have science and once we have the materials available. All right. So we are heading for this guy right here, which is a lot of stuff. As soon as I can place it, I will pop back in and show you that. We'll get it placed in here and we will go from there. All right. So stand by. All right. Welcome back. You will note that a few things are different. While I was doing that, I realized that this whole area here was still holding bad water in this trench. It wasn't flushing it. I'm not quite certain why. And if you look here now, I rebuilt all of this, pushed the sluices back one, and we're still holding, I tested it with fresh water. We're still holding all of the fresh water that was in here. It's like it doesn't recognize that there is an opening on this end. Unless, if we go ahead and we open this and we close this one, it will start to flush through. But for some reason, there's some sort of glitch over here. I'm not quite 100% certain why, but it is glitchy as I'll get out right there. And I don't know how to fix that. So we're gonna leave it. That's why all of this stuff that was here is gone, is because I rebuilt this whole little area. But you will note we are up to 27K in science, which means we can go ahead and we can throw in the recultivator. Now, we don't have all of the materials we need for it yet. We need 1,500 gears. We're up to 18 on that. We need 2,000 treated planks. We're not quite to that point yet. And we need 2,000 metal blocks. Metal blocks is also not to that point. I have set up some storages up here to have them start bringing those materials up. And I think that I will go ahead and I will place this guy. But I am going to actually pause it then. So I wanted to show you placing it. But we're going to wait a moment. You can see how far that covers. It covers like most of our housing and all of that fun stuff. I think I actually want to... Let's move it over just a touch. I think I want it right there. Okay, and pause. All right. I'm going to wait until we have most of the resources up here. Let's go ahead and prioritize that and obtain. Yes, these are all set to obtain and prioritize by hauler. which is quite a long ways for our little guys to go. I'm wondering if we shouldn't expand this tubeway a little bit. But it would require us building quite a bit to get to there. Because once we have it built, then it takes a lot of gears, and it takes quite a bit of stuff in order to actually send that off. So we might be in a good way to do it. Let's see here. We do have some dirt. Let's do... We do that. Not that way. All right, we can't put anything over that because of the egress to... I did not mean to put one that was the same height in there. Let's go ahead and... Boosh. Oh, come on. Then if we put in... I said 2. Oh, not tall enough. Right, I think that should be the right spot. And then if we do... Nope, I said the platform. Let's turn on the thing so that I'm not... Excuse me. We need a 2. Do that, and then if we come... Okay, and then if we slap in, whoops, I was already there, a 2-way station right there. Oh my gosh, so laggy. Oops. See? That's what I said. Very laggy. Very laggy. I don't want that one. We need to continue across there. Then we'll whoosh. Oh, look at that. All right, let's let them get to work on that. That's going to be a lot of metal that we just took up. Not cool. Let's go ahead and connect that. And we'll connect this. All right, let's get that off. All right. So this is going to be a bit of a tangle. So let's do this. Let's kind of like focus on this area a little bit. I can't get the right angle here to make this look. There we go. Maybe that's a better angle. All right. And we're gonna do a bit of a time lapse on this. All right. See you in a minute. Okay. So as I was waiting for this, I realized we were out of dirt. So we needed to go get some more dirt. But in the meantime, I saw this. We have bad water pouring down from this point down into here. Now, I think that if we... How did they build that one? I do not understand that. That if we come over here and we... Or that one. Like, where did they get those from? Because that's built, but this is not built. So how did they... And it's too far from district. So how did they get that one built? They couldn't have got from over here. And that one, I don't understand. Sometimes beavers boggle my mind. But anyways, so we're gonna have to sacrifice someone and do this. If that doesn't work, then I've set up this whole thing over here, which I just paused this one so they wouldn't try and build that. They haven't even made this station yet, so I don't understand how they got those things built. I am so confused at what beavers can do sometimes. I'm hoping that just relieving the level of what is coming through here will make that stop pouring down on there. I've never noticed that before. It is possible that that was happening before, or we've changed something. So I don't really know. I don't know how badly that is going to affect what we have going on. Let's see. Going this way is for our area down here, I believe. And going this way is the one that is coming out over here. So that direction won't be a problem. But we are literally going to be sacrificing a beaver to... Oh no, they can't get to that. Hold on a second. Let's do this. We have to be able to get to that platform to make this work. So sometimes you just gotta fudge it. They should be able to make it from that one right there. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we can take out this one. And this one. But I don't like that pouring down there, and I've never noticed it before, so it is conceivable that it was doing it and I just didn't see it. But let's high prioritize that. We still have things over here high prioritize. Yes. All right, this is going to be another long episode. Apparently, even with the cuts and the jumps and the it's gonna be a long one. But yeah, somebody is going to get contaminated to come down here and relieve this pressure. If that works, then none of this is needed, but I wanted it in place in case I did, so we could just start on it and hope that it didn't kill something else. because I don't really want intermittent pouring down of crap onto our little area. I'm not quite certain why all of a sudden that is showing up, but then, you know, it's always something here. Always something. That is in. Okay, that blockage is out now. There we go. That did the trick. That doesn't seem to be causing a problem, and in fact, it seems to have steadied the flow through here, which was flickering rather badly earlier with on one of these blocks. So I don't think that any of this is necessary. So let's go ahead and remove this. But I wanted to show you guys that. And in the meantime, they were making some dirt so that we can go back to the time lapse we were working on, or we were about to start. All right, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go start our time lapse, and you will see them work on the monorail over here. All right, as we continue to work on getting these warehouses full so that we can build this guy. All right, stand by. Okay, so that is done now. So we can continue to fill up our warehouses here. It's going to take a minute. We do have an insane quantity of beavers. And in that last break, I actually came through here and built a whole bunch more housing, which is really hard to see. Let's come down to here. Sorry, it's very, very laggy when I move. So I came through here and I built all of this housing in here, did a few decoration things while I was waiting, and we need to cut the breeding pods down even more, because we have 68 beavers that are doing no jobs. So let's just turn off a few more of these guys. I'm like, I don't know how many we actually need to hold our population steady, but man, do we have a lot of them right now. So we are going to have to build some more housing because we have 4 unhoused beavers. we did get that exercise plaza in. And the monument is done. So we are looking pretty good. We are in the middle of a bad tide. It must have been like a 20-day one or something like that. We haven't gotten to the point, haven't gotten so far into it that we are out of the water coming down yet. So we haven't completely exacerbated our power. We can turn off this second guy now. We're back up to 16k and we just paid for the Earth Repopulator. So I think we're probably okay there. I think we are tapped out on dirt right now. Yep. Storage is full. They are full. We have 252. Can't imagine there's much more that we are going to be thinking we need. I do think we probably, how are we doing on berries? We're at 2k. So I think we're all right for the moment. This guy, we already, what is going on with our water level here? Our water level is a bit funky here because we aren't getting enough water into here to do that. We do have the one pump still running. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be losing the last of the water here. But that's all right. We might think about creating some swimming ponds over on the other side. I did come in here and we're gonna expand the aquatic farms. I mean, not the aquatic farms, the hydroponic farms, because we need a little bit more out of them. So while we're waiting for the other things to happen, we are going to just do a little bit more work. I did put up the roofs and the extra statues over here. So that's all in. Nope, I said the path, please. Now we've got funkiness here with a path in the middle. Let's take that guy out and put in a platform there. Boosh. Add that in. Now we can connect that. Okay. Food. No, we need the hydroponic garden. Two. And I did leave this so that we could conceivably add another tier to this without a problem. Now we just need to set them up. What did we... Let's go ahead and put in recipe mushrooms. Mushrooms. Oh, nope. Algae and algae. And if we come up one, we can do mushrooms, mushrooms, algae, and algae. All right. What else did I do during that little brief spat of waiting for things to do? So yeah, we got this in here. We got a few decorative things. We got in some more roofs and another rooftop terrace. Strangely, these are like not... I thought those had fire in them, but apparently not. We do still need to come in here and deco this. It's all right. Water-wise, we're at 10K. Something is going on with these. Basic. Unpause when temperate starts. I don't think we're getting our pumps turned back on appropriately. And that has stopped pumping there. Gravity batteries are starting to go down. Let's see here. What can we... We've got our food factories working there. These guys don't need to be working. They should have automatically paused. Oh, I guess it's bad time. We're just going to pull people out of those because I don't think we actually get much bad water coming down this far anymore. Let's see here. We don't technically need this running at all. What if we still... The wind tunnel? Would that fit in here? Well, that's interesting. It says no. Oh, is it the PowerPoint? Oh, there's a hole. That's why. Okay, I got it. It's all right. I understand. Let's see here. Wind tunnel is 7K. Are we too small there? No, that's okay. So I'm not understanding what... Oh, there we go. We need some power, though. If we came out of here, or can we just move it over? Yeah, we can just move it over. Yes. And then if we do a power... Let's do it back there. What else do we have? The motivatorium, which needs to be on ground. Oh, come on. Also needs power. Let's do this. Boosh. Let's be a little smarter about this. Go back one more just in case. Oh, this is a bad. Let's detonate. All right, and then put boosh. Let's go ahead and high prioritize that. Guess I didn't need to. We've got beavers who have too much time on their hands. Okay, and then we can put in the boom. Oh, bother. It has to be on dirt. right, let's try this again. Oh, please tell me I put that in the right spot. Oh my goodness, I didn't, did I? Nope, I didn't. All right, can we pause? Let me just, you know, stop wandering about like a crazy person here. Let's put this piece of dirt back in. All right, all good. Now, we don't need that one. We need that one. We need to come out. One more. Let's get that building back over here. Where does its power come in? Do I have to go all the way to the back? I think we can go in the end. Okay, that means that I need to bring that all the way back to there. Then we need to fill in that. Let's high prioritize all of that. Very good, very nice. All right, let's get going again. All right, and let's put that in there. Then this needs to go. And we need to put in power all along here. Boosh. Right? Then we can bring this guy in. There we go. It is powered. It says it has no power. Wait a second. You know, I really don't enjoy the power system. The power system is a little bit wonky here. Because some buildings you have to have it on, you know, the exact right spot. Other buildings, they don't. Now that should all be connected. Other buildings don't have to have it that way. It just makes no sense to me that some things do and some things don't. Now, we've got this weird little thing here that we are going to stick a bush on top. And then we are going to come in here with impermeable floors, and we are just going to boosh, make that work. Let's go ahead and high prioritize that piece so that it will finally start working. Okay. Look at that. Power is going. Oh, and we have beavers flying in the sky. How cute. How cute. Oh, and we have that up and running as well. Very good, very nice. Let's see here. What else do we need? Wind tunnel, mud bath. We need a mud bath. That requires dirt. And I know that requires power as well. And yes, we have put our can I know I just put this in here. And I'm going to make everyone over here angry. Because I now, no, don't do that. I now made it so that this is not connected anymore. But if we thought a little bit more about this, if we put a mud bath here, oh, we could have left that. Mud bath there, mud bath there. We can't put one there. If we then put platform, we come along here. To like there. And we have them high prioritize that. And then we actually come over one more. And then we put this guy back in. No haulers in district? How do we have no haulers? We're gonna come across... What the? Thank you, game. We're gonna come across like that. Oh, these are done. Let's go ahead and... Boosh, boosh, boosh. Throw in some... power. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. Pause. Ooh, gravity batteries are coming down strong. Right. Okay. We can put that back in there. Now if we put in... One, two. Then if we take and we platform down the center here. And we could conceivably throw in... We're up to 52? All right, detailers, we still need a few more on. Swimming pools, we probably could use more on. Mud baths, they are working on right now. Food, the only thing we really have a problem with are mangrove fruits. So we probably should look into setting up a mangrove farm on that upper level. And let's go ahead and take that guy out and put a ladder in right there. Boosh. Okay. Get those all connected up. And then I think we're going to go like this. I wish the game would stop messing with me. And let's put in a few decorations. Boosh, boosh. Right. And then let's do a couple of lanterns. And we've got one whole space back here that we could conceivably... if we kind of like do this, because we totally put our poor beavers with their fun things by their workstations. We do that, that maybe instead of that, and that. Okay. And then if we, let's just pause this. No, that. Though they can build all of this from the bottom though too, so it doesn't really matter. And then maybe we come in here with our little metal fence. And we do this. Kind of make this a little bit more nice. Prioritize. Okay. All right. So let's take a peek and see, okay, how are we doing? We've done a lot of building. We've taken up a lot of resources. We're at 14K for that guy. We're at 17K for that, and gears we bypassed quite a while ago. I think I'm going to turn down a few of the gear workshops then. I'm going to pause that one, and I guess it doesn't really matter. We have enough planks. I think at the moment that we don't have enough wood workshops. 53. We've got a couple of injuries. Mangrove fruits are really our only problem food-wise. We still have 7 beavers sleeping outside, which is giving us a little bit of a crunch there. Wet fur has taken a hit because our swimming pools are not working very well. So I think we might have to think about, oopsies, let's get to a level that actually works. Yeah, I don't know why our swimming pools did not. We must have used up more. We had like back-to-back droughts. We must not have had enough time in between to get this completely full the first time. And that's what's kind of causing the problem here. Wait, what is going on here? Why are these open? Oh, we're in a bad tide. Set height when bad tide starts. Set height when bad tide ends. Okay. That was a bit goofy. We've been wasting this water. Oh, did allow this shower to work though. But we're literally, that water is wasted over that way. Okay. If we look at all of this, if we put in some irrigation barriers along here, could we conceivably gain back this area for berries? our berries are like slowly going down. Because we started the episode with like 39K on those. So I'm a little... We also need some more water storage because these guys are taking up a lot. A lot of water. That also means we probably need to turn these guys back on for pumping periods. But we need some more water storage, I think. We're down to 6.5K and we still have 10 days. And let's see here. We're at almost 200 beavers. How are we doing power-wise? Have our gravity batteries are almost depleted. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause that guy. We have almost everything unlocked now. Just a few things we don't that we haven't really needed. We have all the wellness. Yeah, we pretty much have everything unlocked. All right, we need more housing though, because we do have some beavers that are homeless. So let's see here. What can we... Ugh. Let's get to an appropriate level we can see. We can add a few more just right here. I think we'll step them back. And let's get our path in. Okay, thank you, game. And I think these ones are gonna fall out of the realm of our stuff. If we look at that, they'll still be within the range of these monuments. Ooh, just barely. But they will be okay there. Then let's go ahead and let's do, we have 4 injured beavers. I think we're still okay on that. So let's throw a few more. Let's put like a scratching post. We can do a tail detailer. You know what? Let's push that back one to here, and then we'd be able to put let's do this guy because we can do the extract there. And then we could put in a tiny warehouse for something else. Yeah, it's gonna make kind of a redundant path here, but it will, oh my goodness, game. It will allow us the ability to put in a few well-being items. Maybe we do... What do we need? Detailer, scratching post, swimming pools, lantern, roof, beaver bust. Oh, let's do the beaver bust here then. Beaver bust. And we'll put a lantern here. And as always, roofs. I don't know that we're going to be able to reach those. Is the only problem. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw a ladder in here. A ladder. A ladder, 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 ladder. That'll let us get those ones. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's prioritize this by haulers. I think that might be our problem. I don't think we're getting extract into these. Let's go ahead and make this what? Eggplant rations, because it looks like we have a lot of them. All right. Tail detailers are now working. Is the one on the roof? I want to say the roof, but the upper levels not working as well. Because we got two up here. Prioritized by builders. Prioritize. Apparently not. Can you put a... You can. We do that, then we would be able to put a little roof over this guy. All right, we did lose quite a bit over in here because we ran out of water, but we're still looking okay here. And we are at least not holding all of that in there. Is it actually moving or is it just static? It seems like it's moving, but maybe not. We'll leave it alone. All right, this area needs we're up to 55 in well-being. Holy cats. It needs its big warehouse back. Okay, and then we also had like well-being items up in here. If I remember correctly, we had 1, 2, and 3 hospital beds. Let's pause that guy and put a... Let's put a bush on the corner. And then if I remember correctly, we had platform over like that. Not that. I want the... Of course, they built it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nah, we might as well leave it at this point. Let's go ahead and put a... what do we want to put up there? Okay. Very good, very nice. Let's go ahead and throw in a... I know, weird spot for it, but it is a spot that is available. Okay, how are we doing on our stuff? We've got 14, 19. Are these full up here? No, not even close. I'm half tempted to close the mine because we are not getting... The treated planks are all going to the mine. Oh, wow. We've got not a lot of metal. I mean, not a lot of scrap metal. Okay, so maybe we need... That turning that down was a problem. Power is almost out of our gravity batteries. Ooh, we don't have very many logs. You know what? We got plenty of people. Is there... You can't do anything because you're not in a spot that works. Weirdly, we are just missing one tree right here. Can we fit in another... Oh, this is going to be a problem. We need another lumberjack here. Honestly, I don't like that spot because it's going to mean we can't get down at some point there. So let's do here instead. And let's pop priority on that. Guess I should have been paying attention to the logs between the all the planks we've been making and all of the wood we're burning in these guys. We seem to have run our wood out. We could, let's see here. Is there another way for us to get down here because we can't reach right there? Okay. Let's try and expand some of these areas over here. Get rid of some of that lumber. That will do us well. Okay. Unconnected building. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. What happened there? Thank you, game. Alrighty. We didn't put a path in here. That's what it's trying to tell us. Let's go ahead and turn that guy in as well. Lots of buildings need water, but we can't do much about that. Okay, so we have soybeans, cassava, and we need corn. There we go. That gets us back to normal there. All right, treated planks, 14. Regular planks. Gears were fine. The gears up here are almost full. We are nowhere near close with metal blocks or the other. I think we're just going to have to open this up to build, and then they will have to do it. We're running low on power. That's part of it. I'm going to pause the gear workshops because we don't really need them right now. We have plenty of gears and we're not really building a ton of things. All right, let's look at campfires are still not great and rooftop terraces. So where can we fit in some more of those? Oh, we did get the these guys in over here, and it looks like that gives us quite a bit more. But it also is killing our actual water over here. That's not great. Okay, that's not gonna work. I forget that those ones actually like kill the water coming through altogether, which is, I think, kind of strange considering the other ones don't do that. I think we're gonna go ahead and throw in a forester right there. And then we're gonna tell it that we want this all blueberries. Ah. Oh my gosh, that really spun us. All right, there we go. I'm half tempted to come in here and install some swimming pools down lower. Like take one of these out and just move it down. So that when we have the lower water, we still have a swimming pool. This pump is going to stop pumping because we're almost to the bottom. We only have 1.4 days. Whoopsies. 1.4 days left. And then we will be back to normal. And this time around, since we have so many extra beavers, we are going to turn these guys back on. Unpause when temperate starts. And see if we can't get our water back up because we're down to 2.5. I mean, that was like a 20-ish day. But we've added all these things that need water now. And that does take a toll. Does take a toll. All right. I am going to go away. I'm going to let them just do their thing. We don't have anything that we're currently building. So hopefully we'll be able to get the planks and the metal blocks up to what we need for the thing. So as soon as that happens and we have enough to make this guy, we will get going on it. All right. See you in a minute. Alrighty, we are so close to this being done. They're working on building it right now. And then we will have to deal with the whole stocking it, which is going to be another grand thing. While we were doing that, I'm not certain if I will cut it or not because of how long this video is getting. We did build a little mangrove plot over here. And we did put in a very large plot of pine trees because we kept running out of pine resin. So now we've got some pine trees over in here that will be able to keep us in pine resin. We also put in some dams here along this guy and this guy in order to bring this level up to the point where we actually could fill this and fill a little channel down in here. So hopefully we're like so close, so close, so close that, when that comes in, we should get a huge, well-being boost from that. Although I don't know how much that actually boosts well-being. 40. Oh, whoa, it's done. It's done, it's done, it's done. Now it needs 500 treated planks and 500 berries. Well, the berries we can do. The treated planks are going to be a struggle. So we probably will have to do another little lapse there in order to make that so that we can. Now, all of these up here were put in just because we had so many extra people then when we started this, that extra beavers, that we needed some place for them to go. And so I left some of them. I am going to, these guys will be another 10 days-ish before they are able to be harvested, but we do have our infrastructure in the form of a large warehouse all set in there ready for them. So I think this is good. This is very, very good. We essentially made this the same level as this now, so it's gonna be all right. We did run out of water in this little plot that we've put in here, which is fine. It's fine. If we could conceivably come in here and put in a couple of levees if we wanted to hold more water, but I think it's all right the way it is. We are not short on food in any way, shape, or form. In fact, all of our warehouses look like they are fairly well stuffed, and all of the warehouses that we have for extra materials are stuffed as well. So I think we're doing really well. Now just to get this stocked, which they've already put the berries in. It's just a matter of getting the planks. So I'm probably going to go away, do some more fun stuff, and wait for that to happen. I do want to double check that we did get water into... Yep, we are full up there. So that should help hydrate this little area a little bit longer when we are in drought. So I don't have to put a fluid dump on that. I did put one over here that we will click over the automation now. That's tied into this stream gauge. I am going to go ahead and just open one of those. Yeah, that person is going to sit there doing absolutely nothing until those pop up, but it means that I won't forget that it needs to be done. All right, so we've got a while for that guy, but look at how much that covers, oh my gosh, the whole entire underneath down here. It gets everything below it, which is very cool. We've got more eggplant than we know what to do with here at the moment. Do we have an empty warehouse we can throw this into? Yes. It never hurts to have more product. We do have a couple of extra warehouses over here that we could. Let's see here. This one. What can we stick in there? Do we want to do rations? No, I think we'll do some of the ingredients instead. All right, another thing I want to look at is it looks to me like we are going to need to expand the water storage rather rapidly here. And I'm thinking since these guys use thank you. These guys use so much water, maybe we put some in here. We need a section of platforms, I think, in here in order to make this work. I am going to go ahead and rip out these. And then we can start with some more water storage. If we do one, oh man, if we either move that path one the other way and wind it a little, or let's just come like this. That'll get us behind here. All right, I'm wondering, let's get down to this level. Water, and water. So as they build those, we're good to go. Those just take planks, gears, and metal blocks, none of which we are trying to use up top right now. Let's come down a section. Can we? We can. If we come in here, just double verify. We aren't going to expose any bad water there. Good to go. Storage. Oh, we didn't actually need to do those ones back there. Take that off. And then let's also do a little bit of a... Oops, double check. I didn't mean to go all the way up. Are all of these pumps working? Yes, they are. All of these pumps are working. Woo! Okay, thank you. All of these pumps are working. Yes, all of these ones. All right. Looking good. Looking good. We might think about some more water pumps someplace else. I don't know where that someplace else would be. I think the only place to do that is all the way up here. I kind of don't want to pump out of this because it does... We've kind of seen what pumping from this one does. It does forestall us getting to the lower levels. But now that we aren't having to flush bad water through it, it is going a lot better. A lot better. All right. Building lacks worker. What building? Oh, that's fine. Beavers are injured. Very good, very nice. I'm liking where we're at right now. All right, I am going to go ahead and go away. And, oh, they got that in. We also need to pull this guy out. Do that. And we're also going to save water on that. We did do these two. Yes, we did. Okay. That's what I am going to leave it at right there. I'm going to go ahead and come back when we have enough treated planks to launch this. All right. So I'm just going to let it run while I do some editing. And I will be back. All right. See you in a bit. All righty. So we finally have it. We finally have all of our items in there. We are not going to launch quite yet, though, because I do want to go around and kind of show you some of the things that I was working on behind the scenes while that was happening, because it took a very long time. We really were running low on the treated planks, so it took a while for those to come up. Now we've got way too many. I have gone through and I'm trying to empty these ones here. I did say we want berries in this one and then treated planks in this other one, because that's what would be needed up here for the Earth Repopulator. And I have gone through, and everywhere that we have the tubeways, I have finished their decoration. So we've got all along here, all along there, although we did run into a bit of a problem. There's roof issues here, so we had to kind of do it a little differently. All along over here, we got all of the roofs in on top of all of our storage buildings. So that's all good. I do want to come in here, and the last thing we need to do over in here, take this ladder out, and this is the last little bit of dynamite we need to make this trench as deep as it will go. So let's go ahead, put that on for that. We did get all of our water tanks in over here. Like I said, we got all the roofs in here. We got all of the decoration. Whoopsies. Thank you, game. We got all the decoration along in here as well. So all of our tubeway stations now have their decoration. We still have some random stuff over in here, but I think it's fine. I did come in here, and when I did this, we put in another rooftop terrace and some more monuments. Did they get that dynamite in? They did, so let's get rid of that. Oh. Let's speed that up. Oh, my poor game is just like, no. All right. So we have everything, I think, done. I think we've completed everything. We do have the ability now to store 2,100. No, actually almost 2,200 water. We have lots of storage for everything else. We have tree farms galore. We have lots of food. We have our mine running down here. So I don't know that we have anything else we can do. I still haven't figured out this little sluice thing over here, but I guess it's not gonna matter because sluices are not a thing in the new update. So here we go. This is the thing we want to do. Let's pause. We'll hit launch. Then we will get out of that. We will full screen it. And let's back up a little so we can see the whole top. And then there it goes. Yay! Woohoo! I love it. I think this is the first time I've gotten the Earth Repopulator. I usually play the Folktales, so it's the other one. That's not the Earth Repopulator, but I always forget its name. Goodbye. Off they go to repopulate a new section of the world. And there we go. Last one, I think. Yep. There she goes. Alrighty, so that is... Oh, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Oh. We need to take a screenshot of that. So we have completed this map. We've done, 901 days. Over 1,000 beaver. Look at all that water. Tails painted, only 1785. I mean, that's more beavers born. I mean, it seems like it should be. Trees cut. Look at that amount of trees. Teeth broken, bots manufactured, and dynamite detonated. Woohoo! So once again, I would love to say thank you ever so much for watching this series. I do appreciate all of the suggestions, all of the comments, all of the whoops, that wasn't quite what you should have done. And I appreciate all of you being here for all of this series. I look forward to you being with me in the next series, which we will probably play Folktales for the very first map of the full release. So I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, look at all of our happy beavers. See you next time.